Witam Państwa, z tej strony MateoL i zapraszam na kolejny odcinek Zagrajmy w Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 The Sith Lords. Ostatnio zwiedziliśmy całą bazę Czerki w strefie rekultywacji Telos i teraz będziemy promem lecieć na strefę polarną Telos. Dobrze. Jesteśmy.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has invaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will...
Oho, HK-50. No i znowu rozbici, masakra. No i teraz pewnie będziemy walczyć z tymi jednostkami HK.
Irritated declaration. There you are. It has been extremely difficult to track you down, Jedi. Quick clarification, but now that we have found you, we hope that we... Unnecessary addendum. Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we track your probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints. Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi. There are an egotistical boast, and there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more unnecessary threat. And our attack... Self-evident answer, wherever you... Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What?
Dobra, mamy to. Oho.
I hear you.
Time to even the odds. Time to take you down the side.
Okej. O, żeż ty.
Irritated quick eat separate check unnecessary eat separate check
Dobra, teraz się sobie zapiszemy. Dobra. Dobra.
I hear you. I hear you. Time to in the eyes. More where that came from.
No dobra.
Yes.
Everyone down.
Dobra.
Yes.
ratio achieved.
Yes.
Ratio achieved.
I hear you.
What is it?
I hear you.
Let us end this.
Where that came from?
Ratio additions failing.
Settle this. Everyone. Down. Say the word. Where that came from?
Dobra.
Failing, master.
Okej. Dobra. Zobaczymy, co my tu mamy. No dobra, pokonaliśmy tych haka. Teraz szukamy tutaj jakieś wejście. Dobra.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed. I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place
Atris?
is none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
Then what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are powerful. Do not worry, Adam. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not,
You can't tell him, please.
think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, But there is a price.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Beatrice learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Djarik can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that's in your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn us.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path. Our path brought us here for a reason, and now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time on you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approached.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why? Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hall. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragas mining facility. Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done? Without the fuel from Paragas, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20... Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic... The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. Tell me, where did you encounter them? Paragas? What would they want there? They can't have been looking for you. You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here. I said I was the last of the Jedi, Exile, and I did not speak falsely. There are others who were once Jedi, but no longer. They will not take action against this threat. You offer your aid after turning your back on me, on the Council. The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand. Perhaps. But if you help me, it cannot be done from here. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there we can call a council and see what can be done. Then I shall send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I have never seen another. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy? And the feet. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
No to jesteśmy w Akademii Jedi na Telos.
Why have you approached? You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the particle emitters there that once governed. You shall not be challenged, as I have said. Why have you approached?
Zobaczymy. Nie, to jest Eitris. Idziemy tędy.
You are the exile. The one. She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters. That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told... Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted... Atris says, when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them because you had fallen so far. I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but... Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they... Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline. Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice. You may ask. I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken. There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something. Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. Then tell me of its absence.
It is standing atop the summit of a great mountain, the winds tearing about you, then finding yourself buried alive.
I see. Thank you, Exile.
Lift Sealed. To trochę pozwiedzamy.
Did you find what you came for? There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. This woman who resides here, she did something to... There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you... Yet there are no students. And this woman, this... Plans are fragile things, and life often dies. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded... No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well. Invade the mind of another? It is not something done carelessly, or... Very well. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness. I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we? This must be where I had detected the energy readings before. This room, this place. It looks part of a huge polar irrigation system. I am, General. If you wish, I may... Very well, General.
Dobra. Idziemy.
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebonhawk. Not so smug now, are you? You look...
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
Dobra. Dobra. Okej.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens has...
She has left with the exile.
left? But why?
Her reasons are unknown to me. But we will save her if we can. But we must let her discover the exile. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What does the machine say? We seem to have found it.
No, trochę to potrwa, dużo historii. Zobaczymy.
Do you know why we have called you here? As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have...
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not dead.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in...
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no...
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you...
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one. If what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves...
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. And we are walking into it. This is too
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General,
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will... It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitted matrix, lens, and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not... I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back.
Dobra, zobaczmy. Okej. To się trochę rozejrzyjmy po statku.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is... Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure... No? Perhaps not. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice that... I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion. They obey you because you are a leader. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Watch them carefully. See their patterns. And recognize the strength in it. I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see. I care not which of the words you use, as long as you make use of that which you forge. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. A discussion, perhaps, for another. Ask. There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one will... But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude metaphor. Ask. Ignorance, and perhaps they do. Do not let them discover what makes you what you are before, because you learned to live without the Force. And ask. Nothing more than we already know, and anything else I know. There is danger. Ask. There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to listen. Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove that I will abide her presence. She may have her... Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use... Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they really... If that is your opinion, it is noted. Is that all you wish to speak to me about?
Trochę straciliśmy punktów wpływu, więc się niczego więcej nie dowiemy.
General? Me? Sorry. Yes, I can't get my head up. I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place... That you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I could... As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean? Mostly, I was angry. Angry about what I had done, about why I had done it. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised. Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own. It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with? Sure do, General. I've made a few while I was in... Just remember, the best shield is not getting shot. Something else I... Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even... Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry. I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask... Why did you decide to... I felt the same way. I remembered when word of my people had colonies across the outer rim. Many of... Revenge, and to crush the Mandalorians. To send... I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated. Do you know how it felt? I couldn't do that. It was almost as though... It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me. I just needed to get... Was there something you want? That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now. This pup. Hey, just kidding. And that... He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate... He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can...
Pogadamy sobie później. Zobaczmy, co my tu mamy. Dobra. A to. Sonic Pistol. O. Blaster Pistol. Venox. Dobra, Mandalorian Combat Suit. Dobra. Sobie zobaczmy.
Oh, welcome, exile. Yes, your features, there is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapons. It shows in your features. You may have. She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your... That is not all. Atris says that you felt... Without having seen you and Atris fight battle, then her... You may... She speaks of you often in anger, but her movements, the motion of her hand, her eye, it has been almost the count of 10 years. I believe that your leaving the Jedi Order may have hurt her more than she... It is a difficult thing to speak of. You did not care for her, did you? Atris's view. I have heard that Jedi sometimes renounce the code by loving another and fall from the Order, and there are... That is what I have heard. I was not sure if it was some... I see. I have asked you many questions. I did not mean to. Thank you, then. I hope this creates some measure of trust. You may have. We attend Atris. It is the duty of all... I am the last of the handmaidens. This is... That is not entirely correct. Perhaps, once having known the ways of the Jedi... There is much knowledge on Telos, and there is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost. I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on stance, form, discipline. Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any word. It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Telos was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle... He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed... I believe he was speaking to Malak in that fight. Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing what stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other. But to say that seems an untruth. If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions... It is not possible to dock at the Academy without the... Yes, but I could not give them to you. You may... I am training, so that if danger should strike, my that, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on. Training is something reserved for certain cast members of the Echani. But I do not see the harm in instructing you, and I do not understand how you and Atris fight, but I will instruct. All Echani fighting principles rely on foundations. If one does not, it is similar to learning the alphabet of a language. As a foundation, I will instruct you in our elementary movements. It is not something that can be described. Let us duel, you and I. Use only your hands and feet to strike at me, nothing else, or our combat shall be over. Do not resort to using any items or any force to... Very well. I shall...
No, to będzie ciekawie.
You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating before you go. Why did you go back? Face trial. I see. It was always something I was curious about, to walk to one's own sentence willingly. You may. Before entering Atris's service, yes, It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not... We all have value in our oaths to others. When importance is placed on the self, then... If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes. I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
No dobrze. Zobaczymy, co Kraja powie.
You have grown strong in the Force. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. I have seen you display many acts of mercy. Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it is only... Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same. So you may think, but it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger through small cruelties, greater ones are born. Ah.
Dobra, zobaczymy, może odzyskamy te wpływy.
Yes. Very well. Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith. Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving for the male. It seems to have an inordinate importance. But we shall leave such male preoccupation. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is with. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times. The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Very well. I confess its nature eludes me as well, but it seems that at times of stress and pain, when battle is upon us, I suspect it seems the Force flows easily between a power. The Jedi practice many forms, many. You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest of the others may come with. Very well. Oh. Very well. It seems the when battle, it seems Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be. Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger. I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. That is why Atris and the others blamed me. You have already asked much. I do not wish to.
Dobra, zobaczmy, co mamy za zadania. Tak, to zawsze możemy sobie pogadać. Dobra. 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 Dobra, w następnym odcinku sobie pogadamy z Atonem i potem może polecimy na jakąś planetę. Tymczasem bardzo dziękuję Wam za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się. Cześć.